So, I hope you can separate the art from the artist. But how do you rank the AFC quarterbacks this season?
AFC?
1 through 4.
AFC East?
AFC East quarterbacks coming into this season. How I rank them, I'll give you mine first.
Okay.
Josh Allen is 1.
All right.
Clearly.
Yeah.
What he does with his legs, with his arm, his ceiling,
yeah,
and even with a completely revamped receiving core that he doesn't want, he's number 1. Number 2 is Aaron Rodgers, and I'm projecting him to come back and be good.
Yes, you
coming
are.
off an Achilles. And Rodgers at good is better than the other 2 quarterbacks in this division at great.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Tua Tagovailoa. Now, given when he is great in Mike McDaniel's system, man, he's on, but he can't beat a good team. And then number 4 is Jacoby Brissett / Drake Maye. Because Drake Maye is either a rookie trying to learn the game, revamping his footwork, and that is a project, or Jacoby Brissett, who is Jacoby Brissett, who will get you 15 touchdown passes at best, and then maybe you're hoping not more, double-digit interceptions. So 1, I have Josh Allen. 2, I have Aaron Rodgers. I see you taking your notes and thinking.
Yeah.
3 is Tua Tagovailoa, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4 isn't even on our screen for those watching at home.
Okay.
Who's your 1?
Let's go where we agree and disagree right off the top here. Josh Allen's 1. There's no discussion.
Like that?
Let's not
that.
waste time.
Nice.
I also agree with you that your direct quote, which is why I took notes, so you can't say I didn't say that. You said, quote, when Aaron Rodgers is good, he is better than Tua's best.
Mm-hmm.
Agree with that. I disagree with you having Jacoby Brissett anywhere near this conversation. Like, what are you doing? Just put Drake Maye. Don't even bring up Jacoby
He will be
Brissett.
a star. I'm not gonna talk about a quarterback that won't play until week 14.
Brissett and Drake Maye, right? Jacoby Brissett doesn't belong in this conversation. So you just put N.A.
All right, Drake Maye is better than Jacoby,
Maye.
but Drake Maye is the 4th best quarterback in this division.
Okay. Again, we agree there. But let's get Jacoby out of here.
Look at what you do to me.
So, I'm going Tua over Rodgers.
What?
Here's why.
What?
I'm using your quote, my friend. We're in the court right now, baby. You can't handle the truth. Listen, you said, quote, Aaron Rodgers, a good Aaron Rodgers is better than a great Tua.
Yes.
End quote.
Yes.
And I agree. We're getting a bad Aaron Rodgers this season, my friend.
Dude.
Now hold on.
Oh my God.
I'm not ready for the defense to rest.
If it was a winning football
Your
team,
Honor.
if it was a team with a winning record,
Objection.
Tua forgot how to play football.
Objection, Your Honor.
And the drop-off in his numbers were terrible. And you can't throw playoffs in my face because Aaron Rodgers sucks in the playoffs,
not throwing them in your
and so
face.
does Tua Tagovailoa.
I'm not throwing them in your face.
The defense rests their case. Carry on.
I'm gonna take a page out of your playbook here because you're a numbers dude, right?
Yeah.
So I already gave you the numbers for Rodgers his last year with Green Bay, which we have to go by because that's the last damn time the guy played a full season, right? Mm-hmm. Tua last season, his numbers were better than the last time we saw Aaron Rodgers. Tua, 70% completion percentage.
Nice.
4,600 yards.
Nice.
29 touchdowns,
Great.
14 picks.
Great.
101 rating.
Nice.
So I'm not bringing up playoffs. I'm not bringing up any of that stuff because I agree with you. If Rodgers is in the playoffs, even though his track record lately hasn't been great, I'd much rather have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I just don't believe we're going to get the same Aaron Rodgers that you think we're going to get. Thus, I will take those numbers from Tua Tagovailoa. I will take the system because I know where you're going to go. It's not him. It's the system.
Yep.
And how can I argue that? Because we saw him without the system, and it was atrocious.
Cool.
He is a system guy, no problem. But the question is, rank the quarterbacks in the division. Mm-hmm. Right now, today, as we sit here, I would take Tua over Aaron Rodgers because I think Rodgers is washed. Mm-hmm. I think he's cooked.
Okay.
Like a hot pocket. The defense rests, Your Honor. No further questions.
So read me Tua's numbers one more time, please.
Tua's?
Yeah.
69% completion percentage, 4,600. Cool. 29 touchdowns, 14 picks, 101 rating.
Sweet. Aaron Rodgers in the same exact system. I'll give him his first year, 4,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Second year, 4,300 yards, 48 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Third year, 4,100 yards, 37 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And I'll give you the final year, his worst year, 3,600, 26 and 12. Smarter with the football, better thrower. And I get it. Coming off an Achilles. But this is the perfect argument of, I'm talking quarterbacks, and if you swap their places, Tua Tagovailoa working with a Nathaniel Hackett would turn into a puddle. Aaron Rodgers working with Mike McDaniel and those receivers. Now, he has great receivers in New York. We just didn't get to see it. But his final year in that system with the Green Bay Packers, where he looked terrible, again, that was such a young receiving core. And Devontae Adams not there, and so many guys gone, right? Mm-hmm. Rodgers at his good is better than Tua at his best. And I give credit to Tua because he can go out and he can execute in Mike McDaniel's system, and he knows how to make his reads and make the plays. But when it comes to cold weather or the playoffs or a good team opposite of him, completely disappears.
No doubt. You know what you get, though, with Tua? When he goes up to the podium, win or loss, professional,
accountability.
Grown up. Hey, you know what? It's on me. Hey, my teammates, I love them. I love God. I mean, the guy's great. Aaron Rodgers, you know what you get? Conspiracy theories, tinfoil hats.
You get no
shrooms,
accountability from him.
Darkness retreats.
Yeah.
Like what? Like, bro, I'd rather have Tua right now.
I get it, but I don't. I'd rather
No, you
have
don't.
Aaron Rodgers. I understand where you're coming from. No,
Yeah.
I'm hearing you out on this, and I get it. And we agree to disagree, but I would just rather have Aaron Rodgers because Tua forgets how to play football. Aaron Rodgers last year in that system, and then I'll move on. I swear to gosh. Jaden Reed, Romeo Dubs. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong year. Oh. Great podcasting here, folks.
I think he had Dubs and Watson. He had the same guys they have. Jordan Love looked pretty good with them.
Romeo
figure.
Dubs, Christian Watson as rookies. Alan Lazard, he turned him into an $11 million man. Robert Tonyan at tight end. And Randall Cobb all washed up. So that's who he was playing with. Tua Tagovailoa,
those young receivers look pretty good with Jordan Love.
Jaden Waddle and all that. All right, so NFL.com, Trav, I like this one. They ranked the top 10 most complete teams this season.
Okay.
49ers 1, Ravens 2, Chiefs 3,
Yep.
Lions 4, Eagles 5, Bengals 6, Texans 7th, Packers 8th, Cleveland Browns 9th, which is nuts. Swear to God, they made up this. I did not. New York Jets 10th.
What do you mean Browns is nuts?
It's the Cleveland Browns. I'm still used to it.
We'll start at 9. You don't like that? They shouldn't be in the top 10, that
no,
roster?
That defense, they should have just – it's the fact that the Browns are top, number 9.
In anything,
but they got Deshaun Watson. That's all it is. I'm being a hater on the Browns.
Listen, I'd move them up.
I have a few teams I'd move up.
Let's talk about it. I'll start with the Browns. Deshaun Watson, I mean, what else can we say, right? Like, the guy's a mess. Now he's hurt. But outside of that, and in theory, Deshaun Watson should be a high-level NFL quarterback.
I don't get it, man.
But he has not looked the same since he's come back. Now he's hurt, and he seems to be injury-prone to me. But outside of that, I mean, they have everything. I know Nick Chubb's coming back from injury, but running back, Jerome Ford has proven he's capable. Wide receivers, remember they added Jerry Jeudy. Amari Cooper's there. Njoku at tight end. Elijah Moore is there now. Their offensive line, and then you said it, that defense. And Stefanski, in my opinion, is one of the best play callers in the league. I think the Browns roster, I mean, you want to talk about being a quarterback away like you talk about the Jets. My God, they thought they got the right guy. It looks like they didn't, but that team's a quarterback away. I would move the Browns up.
So mine is the Packers at 8 is a complete disservice and injustice to them. I would put the Green Bay Packers at 5. I would leap them above the Texans, Bengals, and Eagles to that 5 spot. Because they have Jordan Love at quarterback, who the last 8 games of last season, 18 touchdowns, 1 interception, looked like an MVP, locked into Matt LaFleur's system, and was untouchable. Christian Watson coming along, Dontavian Wicks, Jaden Reed as well, all those receivers, and Romeo Dubs.
Yep.
Luke Musgrave, Tucker Kraft. Now they add Josh Jacobs, Xavier McKinney as a safety. But then look at their defense. Jair Alexander, Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark, Preston Smith, Lucas Van Ness, who will make that sophomore jump. This is a team that got into the playoffs, won a game they shouldn't have in Dallas. Not an easy place to play at all. And ended the season on such a high note and it upgraded their roster right away in the draft with a few picks they had. Went out in free agency, assessed their need at safety. Upgraded at defensive coordinator, getting Jeff Hafley, who is coach at the NFL level. But to me, it all comes around Jordan Love and what he did in that system and that offensive line, keeping them upright. another year with all these receivers with him and increasing his chemistry, the Packers are a top 5 roster in the NFL.
Yeah.
I have them above the Texans and CJ Stroud, who's great, but still have a ton to prove, offensive line-wise, running game, and on that defense. The Bengals, it's tough, man. That defense looked bad last year. And the Eagles, because I'm saying most complete team, I'm taking coordinators into account.
Yeah.
The Eagles had to revamp. They're about to have their third OC and DC in the last 3 seasons as well.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it took the whole show, but we do agree on all those. I agree with you on all those. No pushback from me. Here's one that's up high on the list that I would actually move down. The Chiefs at 3. And I get it. Like, it's a Super Bowl champ, right?
I'm
but
opposite.
outside of Mahomes and Kelsey, what are we talking about now? The defense was stout. But offensively, I think they're a mess. And really, all year, they looked a mess. And then how about Rashee Rice, who finally came on and was their big playmaker? Now this idiot-faced idiot goes out and has an offseason. Now he's a longest yard all-star. Like, he's going to be suspended.
Yeah.
So I would move the Chiefs down. Again, we understand all-timers in Mahomes and Kelsey. Because of that, you belong on the list. It doesn't matter. You could have George and I on your damn offense. If you got those two, you're going to be fine. So they should be top 10 forever and ever till both of them retire or they part. But number 3, please. I mean, all the teams you just named roster is better. I think the Lions roster is better.
I would move the Lions
I would move
up.
them way down. I would.
I would put the Lions at 3.
Yeah. Facts.
Ravens is tough too, man. They lost a lot.
Yeah.
But that defense is still great. The Chiefs lost to Jarius Sneed, and let's not ask that's an easy thing to cover up. Like, that's one of the best corners in the game.
Right.
Titans kind of sneaky. Maybe it's a good roster. They're probably going to beat the Patriots now. We'll address that another day.